Hey guys, it's Britt, and I'm here to do a little bit of a mini rant and talk to you about the mommy vloggers who participate in MLMs. I had quite a few thoughts, so if you're interested, please keep watching. All right, you guys, so a few of you reached out to me and asked if I had seen that some of these mommy vloggers are on the Young Living trip that's happening right now. And I looked into it. I don't follow any of these mommy vloggers because I don't care to, gunk up my timeline with stuff I don't care about. But I did go ahead and take a look, and this is more of a broad conversation. I want this to just be very casual. Because it is going to be a little bit of a rant. I have a big problem with anyone, obviously, who is associated with MLMs. But to take someone like a mommy vlogger like Aaryn Williams, Henderson, Tiffani Beaston, any of those who have sizable platforms and they're in and they are involved in an MLM like Young Living, which they all are, it's so much of a larger problem. Not only are you selling an unattainable lifestyle, being a mommy vlogger, where you're shilling out junk and nonsense to your other stay-at-home moms or working dads or whoever it is that is consuming this content. But on top of it, being involved in an MLM is sort of, to me, like the icing on the cake, because, and not in a good way, it's more like icing on a cake. Because when you look at this and you know that the business structure of MLMs is predatory and a scam, it's been proven. Look at the income disclosure statements. We've had these conversations before. So you're selling the fake influencer lifestyle coupled with, hey, join my downline and maybe you can have what you see I'm presenting to you as well. And I cannot stand that. Y'all know I don't like anyone who exploits their kids for money and views on YouTube. But I hate just as much MLMs. So when you have people dipping into both pots, it really is foul to me. I think it's gross. So some of these mommy vloggers are on this trip with Young Living right now. First of all, I want to go on a little bit of a rant about having these large public gatherings. There wasn't a mask in sight. It's absolutely insane. Tiffani Beaston also has her children there. She has a very young child. Not a mask in sight. No worries. They're just going to drink all their oil potions, I guess, and the panini doesn't exist in Young Livingville. Sending this message out to your subscribers, you're telling people, by being at this Young Living event and not having a mask on and having your kids with you and commingling with other people, not social distancing still, I would like to know the back end of what kind of rules were put in place for this. Did they say if you're fully vaccinated, then you can come and not wear a mask? Did they ask for proof of being vaccinated? I don't know. I know it's a personal preference, but at this point, I have no problem wearing a mask. I really don't think that it should be that big of a deal for people who want to go out and socialize to put a mask on. It's a little piece of fabric that will help to keep you safe and the person next to you safe. It's just not that big of a deal to me, so I don't understand the uproar. Who knew that people would be so angry over a piece of cloth? It's baffling to me. Just put the mask on. I get, we're on the other side of this now that, vaccines have been rolled out and things like that. People are traveling and they're, doing whatever, and that's all good and well. But when I see these large gatherings and couple that with a lot of the Young Living Huns being anti-vaxxers and participating in conspiracy theories, I see it all over social media. Oh, well, my oils are going to keep me safe. My oils are going to keep my family safe. Like, that narrative is trash, if you ask me. So besides not liking the Hun bots at all and them shilling out this trash business structure to any of their followers. When you have people with a huge platform, you know, they're both bad, but there are power in numbers. And unfortunately, I would hate to see how many people have joined an MLM because of the nonsense and the fake lifestyle that these influencers put out every single day. These hunbots will try to lie all day long, up and down and sideways, about how much money can be made in companies like Young Living, doTERRA, Monate, all of the MLMs. They will lie, and the way that they keep this up is with something called social proof. And it's the posting the luxury cars, reminding people of what a flexible schedule you have. All of it's lies. All of it has been easily disproven time and time again. Look at the income disclosure statement. Look at how many people leave their MLM because they went bankrupt or maxed out their credit cards, lost their car, lost their house. Like, there are some stories that go extremely dark when it comes to people trying to be the next success story in an MLM. So I just can't stand when I see the YouTube moms or Instagram, whatever, shilling this out to their audience, because they do have so many. I'd like to think that we're at the point where the anti-MLM movement has gained some traction, and maybe people, before jumping in, will do a little bit more research, and it will be easier to research because there's so much anti-MLM content out there for people to be able to see both sides of it. Whereas 4 or 5 years ago, there wasn't as much, at least based on my seat and my personal opinion. You know, for what it's worth, I do find it much more talked about now than I did a few years ago. So that's good, but you know, I don't know. And on top of it, can we just talk for a second about who is entertained by these girls? Really, and I'm not saying that to be shady, and I'm not saying that because I can't relate with them. I don't want to relate with any of them. But this is so mundane, boring BS. If I didn't know any of them and I came across their Instagrams, they would look like every other influencer on Instagram. I really don't understand how they build platforms the size that they do, because if I had to watch this content for a full day straight, I guarantee my head would be on the desk by minute 25. So anyway, guys, I did want to share this since they are on their little, you know, whatever they do, I don't know, sit around the bonfire and braid each other's hair. Maybe that is what they do there. I don't know, and I don't want to know. YouTube moms that also participate in MLMs, I think, are one of the most obnoxious and also definitely the most phony as far as putting out all of this bullshit out onto their channels. And some people, unfortunately, falling for it because they see what a perfect life it is. It's not perfect. It's all lies. Do your research. Look at anti-MLM stuff. And on the flip side of that, when it comes to the mommy vlogging side, always remember what I said and what I will continue to say. You're doing just fine if your child is loved, clothed, has a safe home to, you know, come home to at the end of school. You don't need any of this nonsense that they're constantly sponsoring and showing on their channels. I guarantee it will make no difference. A child wants to be loved and protected before they want to go on 800 trips to Disney and have a bunch of toys that they're going to get bored with in 5 minutes. And most of these mommy influencers constantly have their heads in their phone. They're not looking up because they're having to, shill out their stupid Young Living oils and do whatever it is that they're doing on social media. The screen time for some of these people must be astounding. But anyway, before I get too ranty, I'm going to finish this up. So for now, if you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.